Hello everyone, this is Rich Latimer here from the Awaretrepreneur tribe. Welcome. A little bit of an introduction video that'll help you understand about the clan group, the Mentor7 clan group that you're coming into. Each clan group has a unique name. You'll know your group's name, no doubt. And essentially I wanted to just give you a bit of an overview on what the groups are, what they're not, expectations, and an understanding of how we're going to function in the group, leading into our induction session that no doubt you'll be having shortly. So we're going to run the groups through kind of a platform, similar to a Facebook group in a way. You'll come in and just the members of your clan will be in there. Your clan may already be full, or it may be other members will come in and reach up to the Mentor7, the number participants max number is 7, with myself obviously guiding and facilitating. And essentially, really the core values of the Awaretrepreneur in general is love, learn and serve. So they're kind of the core values that underpin the Awaretrepreneur tribe and this movement. The clan groups have as well a set of values of how we're approaching this group mentoring. So as you all know, it's a unique combination of the 4 personal pillars and the 4 business pillars. We're focusing on our businesses and our projects as kind of the spearhead of why we're coming together to support each other and to gain support from myself and guidance as well. However, we are bouncing back to those personal pillars where we find challenge, resistance, and blockages that are tied into those that are affecting the growth of the business. So the values of the group really are around integrity, it's around compassion and connection, it's around confidentiality, it's around transparency and around trust. You're coming into a group where we're going into a business culture, if you like, that is fairly new in the world of business. So it's not so much based on competition and where's the money and things like that, but more around collaboration, support. How can businesses support each other and entrepreneurs support each other to grow and thrive? And really the big part of this group is about having a safe, very safe and secure container to be really real and vulnerable and transparent and get the support and guidance you need to grow your project and to grow in yourself. And so it's really important to know coming into this clan that it's running in the way very similar to a tribal clan type situation. Yes, I'm kind of guiding and supporting and I'm pulling it together, but it's done in a way where I'm not the guru, I don't have all the answers. Of course, I've got incredible business experience and across the board in the personal development areas, and I'll be bringing that in the reflections and things. But this is about you coming forward, you stepping in, you stepping up to support yourself, to grow and to be accountable, to get done what you need to do to thrive in your businesses and support the growth of the other. So often through that giving and truly wanting the success of your other clan members, you'll get incredible insights, motivations, mindset growths in growing your own projects. So I guess probably the most important thing to know coming to these clan groups is it's not like going in and sitting in a classroom and go, okay, great, tell me what I've got to do and how do I do it and what's going to happen next. That's not what you're engaging in. What you're engaging in here is an accountability group really, where you're going to help, guide and support each other, and I'm going to do the same, and then we're going to hold each other quite accountable. So in between the fortnightly meetups, you will be getting done what it is you say you're going to be getting done. So that culture and that vibe and those core values are vital, and you would have all had a chat with me in order to be signing up and coming into the group to understand that, but this video is to help you reaffirm it so you don't go in with any misconceptions or false expectations. This is not a place where you're coming to be given a prescriptive diagnostic of every tiny thing you need to do to be successful in your business, and you're not going to find all the answers, and we're not going to complete the work in the meetups necessarily. Okay, so on the alternate weeks, as we progress along, after we get out of the induction phase, which takes usually roughly the first sort of 3 meetups, so it's 2 to 2.5 hours every 2 weeks, as you know. On the alternate weeks, there's likely to be a video or resource put in that ties back deeply into the pillars, because we're here to grow our awareness and get an understanding of what we need to do, which is our intuition, and then we're here to take action and manifest the change. So The method that I use is the method that I came up with, which is called the AIM method, AIM. So awareness is the first stage. Intuition is the second stage, which is discerning the action and the strategic approach we're going to take. And then manifestation is the strategic, targeted action that's going to manifest the result that we want in the personal change in one of the pillars or in the business growth. So we're going to apply that method to the 4 personal and the 4 business pillars. The business or the project is the focus. That's what we're coming into this to do and grow, but the personal pillars will be referred to when there's a major challenge in one of those pillars that is limiting the growth of the business, or when there's a major blockage, or when some of the things you perceive are an issue in the business are actually coming from deeper issues that need to be focused on within yourself or relationship or family. So the pillars themselves are really important. On those alternate weeks, when that information starts to come through, it'll be little teachings and information and expert guidance in these different areas. So on the personal side, we've got health and self, number 1. And you'll see you'll basically have you'll be getting kind of like badges or little gemstones that'll be going around your profile picture as you move through the journey and go through growing yourself in all these pillars. So health and self is first. Then you've got relationship and family. Then you've got money and prosperity. So this is aside from the money the business is going to make. This is your personal relationship to those concepts. Then you've got community and creativity. So that's within the personal world. Then you've got the business side or the project, and you've got planning and profitability first. You've got marketing and sales second. Then you've got team and delivery or systems. That's all your technology and your ability to deliver your product or service and automate it and the rest of it. And then you've got succession and legacy, which is really around how is that business going to get really on its own 2 feet, even without you or with you. And what mark is it leaving on the world? What's its personal legacy? Not just you, but it is a project beyond you. So I've got 2 other businesses that are now running without me needing to be there and having a wonderful impact in the world and giving me a financial return as well. But that took a lot of dedication and many years and a lot of support from mentors and things. So that's what this group is. It's really about helping each other be accountable, get clear about the challenges and blockages, and to really take the action. So the accountability boards will be really important, and showing up to those is vital, because your input in your own project is essentially equates to the input for your fellow clan members. So it's a really cohesive effect that we're doing. Different to normal business masterminds now, which again, the idea I came up with here is much more inclusive. So traditionally these small group masterminds would be 5 to 6 times the cost of what you're paying, small groups, and they'd be just focused in around certain elements of the business aspects, and kind of more designed for people that are got big businesses already running and functioning at a super high level. What we're doing though is we're really growing holistically in these groups, and we're creating a space for ourselves every 2 weeks where we know that in that meeting we're facing what needs to be faced. So it's not that we're going to necessarily sit down those meetings and do the individual tasks. We're not going to use up a whole 2 hours just to write one person's email, but we're going to realize someone's going to come and go, look, this is where I think I'm struggling in relation to releasing this. You will get reflection, which is the awareness, reflection and guidance from other clan members, and then from me to discern, to use intuition to make the decisions about the actions you will commit to in order to shift that. So you might have been putting off writing a set of email sequences that you really need to get done to help kind of launch this first stage. You might have been putting that off for 2 years. This group is there to help hold you accountable, and the fact that you're paying for it and coming into it is there to really give you a sense of commitment to your project and commitment to yourself, plus a safe place to go and do that. Often we find ourselves when we're entrepreneurs, we don't realize that we're talking about our business to our friend or our partner. It's taking over bits and pieces of our day and personal life. This is often because we haven't carved out a dedicated space with really good help to be able to focus on talking about those challenges and what it's bringing up. and then get clear on what we're going to do about it. So we then end up spreading that out all over the place and often kind of not getting anything done, not really progressing. So I've been working in groups for years within men's work and youth work and mental health work and entrepreneurially for a long time. And I've kind of distilled, and I've worked with incredible mentors in all aspects across the personal development, spiritual areas and business. And I'm kind of bringing all of that together within this model. But really it's important, so important that you guys come into this really, really clear and vibrant and ready to show up for what you need to do, your accountabilities, and to support the others to do it. So you'll be invited into an app and a platform. You'll need to do your check-ins, just very simple. We're going to make sure this is practical, for you guys. It won't be like a Facebook group with thousands of people in there. Just be your clan members. And then out in the greater network within the app, you will see other entrepreneurs coming in as these groups, clan groups grow and others come into the network. And you can network with those people. You can connect with them and you can post stuff in there and receive content from there as well. But within your clan, it's a family. It's very important that there's that sense, those core values around the compassion, the integrity, the transparency, the confidentiality and the trust are really grown in that clan, so you feel safe to show up and be your full vulnerable self and show up and be the party, bring all of you to the table so that others can do the same, and then they can give you assistance and you can give them assistance. You guys will also be required, outside of the 2-hour meetups, which will run the format's fairly simple. You'll have a short, brief time to check in where you're at the moment, your major challenge, across which pillar, and how you've gone with your accountability. Then others will hear you, and then those in the clan, only those that feel they've got a really powerful message for you at that time, will be given a small amount of time to reflect something to you that hopefully expands your awareness and triggers your intuition around what you need to do to move through that challenge that you've brought to the session. Then I come over the top and distill that down and help you place that, and then you sign it off into your accountability board and you commit to yourself and you commit to me and your clan members to get those things done or make a start or whatever the situation is over to that next fortnightly meetup. So we'll be covering lots of different topics, and then as I said, on the alternate weeks, other information in relation to those specific pillars will go in. Sometimes they might have activities to go with that or things you need to complete. But there's a lot of dynamicness, there's a lot of fluidness to this. It's not that we're sitting there just talking about sales and marketing for 6 weeks or just talking about it. People are going to be in different places at different times. And what I've learned over the years of getting business coaches and consultants and going into programs and doing courses and groups is that I found myself, I'd be somewhere different to that person and they're different to me, and I really felt kind of held too much by the container of the way it was being run. I needed to say, well, I'm facing this at the moment. I'm actually having a major sort of self-worth issue, and I'm just absolutely not stepping up in getting the sales material done. Or I know that I need to go and register the business name and do these other technical admins, but I'm scared of the admin. So you'll be able to express that, get the support, get the guidance, and then you'll be stepping up. We're not doing the work for you. I'm not doing it for you. You're not paying me or anybody else in your clan group to get the work done. You are paying for a safe place to come and get the guidance you need, understand what is the next step, and be held accountable to get it done, and then given the support around it. So outside of our meetups, you'll have a requirement. Everyone will be able to access between 1.5 and 2 hours per month of additional direct mentoring or support from your other clan members. And in turn, every clan member will have a minimum 30-minute requirement. So it doesn't have to be used every month, but you've got to, if you're called upon by a clan member, you get a personal message or someone puts in the group, hey, listen, please, I'd love to grab half an hour with you. Something you said last meeting, I'd like to go over with you. Would you mind giving me some support? Or you might just reach out and go, look, today, guys, I'm so stuck. I've got no motivation. I'm losing my direction. Is there somebody out there that's willing to jump on Zoom with me for half an hour, talk me through this and give me some support? You'll be showing up for each other at this level. I'll be coming to the meetups for 2.5 hours every other week, and I'll be dropping stuff into the groups at times, but this will be more about facilitating your group to become a co-support for each other. And like any good set of relationships, the longer we're together, the deeper the relationship grows and the more we actually move along. So this program long-term is designed to move us through the 4 personal, 4 business pillars in a series of stages. So really it's a 3.5 to 4 year complete journey to go through all the 4 pillars and the core information across all the personal ones and the business ones. We cycle around, so 2 pillars of personal and 2 pillars per business per year. In stage 1, it's kind of like a bronze, and you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then a silver, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and a gold, and 1, 2, 3. So we're moving up the layers of these things as we're getting further along. And that'll be revealed later in terms of how that works. But just so you understand, there is a journey with this. Until we reach a place, and you guys will, where you are really just super important members of the Awaretrepreneur tribe, and you'll be even offering potentially your own mentoring back in. And I won't go into too much now on this video, but there will be long-term potential for well-established mentees to then elevate up and offer their services and other offerings within the network and gain remuneration, be able to lean upon the Awaretrepreneur tribe to do that. So you're part of something really special, and it's fledgling in a way. And I'm really excited to be meeting you guys and to be looking at it. And I just wanted to make sure that we're coming in clean and clear, drop the expectations of what you think it or isn't. I'm clarifying that for you now. A lot of times people will do these things because they think that that's going to solve the issue. So people come to me for business mentoring, and I'll straight away ask them, are you doing this because you think that I'm somehow going to solve all of that and make the business run? Then it's not right. I will be able to, of course, give incredible information and guidance and help you get the right direction. So will other clan members. So I'm not going to sit here and say that I know everything. You're going to have gold for your other clan members and even for me. And this is about bringing that to the table. And that's why I've designed a model it's more of a accessible model in the way that it's charged and all the rest of it to allow that kind of level of collaboration. And then the idea is that we take that attitude out into our entrepreneurial lives, one of collaboration, of sharing, of compassion, of love, learn and serve, those core values. And we have an impact in the way that the world thinks and feels and operates about business and money moving forward. We're having an impact through the way we're being the change we want to see out in the world. So that's a bit of an overview, and it's going to help you come into your first induction session. There's quite a bit of tech we have to do. You've got to get signed into the app, and you've got to set up your profiles, and we need to get the accountability boards locked away, and there'll be things that develop over time, but we'll go slow. Now, when you come up against something where it's like, well, you need a specific acute help, be it in the personal pillar, so maybe it's identified that there's a super serious challenge in an area of your mindset, you may need to go and engage a psychologist or a specific mindset support. Whilst we'll be covering elements of that and we'll be talking about mindsets, and I'll go into it more later, but the framework we're using and that I've used is the growth mindset. So that's probably the most potent mindset model on the planet. And there's some great resources around it that I'll be sharing. But essentially, at the bottom line, it's where we say every challenge is a chance for growth and change. It's a mindset where the failures are really about progression instead of regression or stagnation. And it's a core mindset that we're going to permeate with each other. So it's like, for example, if you come in and you're wanting to start your business on the internet and you can't use a computer, that comes up in the clan meeting. We're not going to sit there and teach you to type on the computer and how to turn a computer on. You're going to identify the challenge. You're going to have awareness around it, that it's an issue. The intuition and the group guidance is going to say clearly, well, hang on, you really need to put some effort into this because you've said that you want to take your business more online. And so then you will then need to say, right, I'm going to be accountable for signing up for a 10-week computer introduction course at my local computer store. And you'll go away and get it done. And you'll report back on that and your other accountabilities when you come in. So this is a place where you're getting clarity on what it is you need to do. We're not ticking all of those boxes necessarily within those meetups with me every 2 weeks. Outside of that, when you meet with each other and when you're chatting in your groups and things, you can be attacking some of that. So for example, you might be in the middle of writing a business plan And same with one of the other members of the clan. You might say, hey, listen, do you want to jump on tomorrow and we just, whether it's Zoom or in person? So just to clarify that, some of you are geographically close to each other, and even me, and some of you won't be. There's people coming from all over the world to this. When you're in the app, it will tell you who's within, I think, 100 Ks of you. So if you're in a clan, or maybe just an Awaretrepreneur tribe member in the main in the main community. So you're in a little clan group inside a larger community. So imagine like a big Facebook group, but you're in a little private one inside the big Facebook one. You may be able to find each other and say, hey, listen, do you want to get together? And 2 days next week, we just find a space together and we just both get together and focus on our business plans. You've been stuck, I've been stuck, let's do that. And then you'll report that back in the app and let the others know that you're doing it. Or you might jump on Zoom, together. You may not be talking the whole time. You might want to just jump on and have someone there that's also tinkering away and you're tinkering away. So we're looking at ways to make sure that you get done what you need to do and you get the support, but you've got to take the action to do it. And really, it's the key to these. Look, where it's fundamentally coming from is those years of experience within tribal circles and that kind of work that I've done. Out of the men's work and fatherhood work and youth mental health, but also the business world as well. And these are really powerful environments to be able to challenge yourself to do what you need to do to really get done what you need to get done. So that's the overview, and that's the attitude and the values that I'm inviting you to bring in. And when a new member comes in, obviously inviting them in with total love. That there might be new members coming in a month or whatever until we reach the group quota, and it's about really making them feel welcome. They may be further behind than you, or they may be more advanced than you. There are some people that are approaching that their businesses are going extremely well, but they're now having major challenges in transitioning and they're wanting support in other ways. I've grouped the clans not specifically by industry, but I call it by essence. So in this particular, you'll have a group of people that may be slightly different businesses, but they might be all connected to a certain essence or core or vibration, around healing or whatnot. So that's how I've kind of grouped the clan groups so that there can be some unison. But I've also made sure there's a healthy amount of difference there, because it's often, you might come into, sometimes if you've done group work, you'll come into a group and you'll be like, that person just completely triggers all my buttons. And I don't know if I can handle being with that person every 2 weeks. We then go on, and through that growth mindset, that openness, that challenge creates change, not challenge is something I need to resist from and avoid, we find out that person is pressing buttons that we deeply need to focus on and face ourselves. And you may end up finding those eventualities. So we're going on this journey together, and we're going to grow our businesses and ourselves in the process. And you're investing in this, so you need to make sure you're ready to invest in it and get done what needs to be done. And it's you that's responsible for that. We're going to make sure that there's a container, and I'm going to make sure that you guys are getting that flow in that direction that's needed. And we're going to be moving along and growing things together, and I'm really excited. So looking forward to the first session, and there'll be some other information, a survey and some other stuff that'll come out possibly alongside this video. And yeah, welcome to the Awaretrepreneur tribe, and look forward to seeing you guys soon.